Check, 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 check. Greg, Greg, welcome.
What's up, buddy? How you doing?
Just you and me, man. It's a date.
Oh, really?
I always have to log in early because I'm the host and I have to let people in. So I always try to come on early. And it's always fun to see who's the first one in because then it's like a little private party.
Oh, right on. So I'm the winner.
You're the winner, chicken dinner. How's everything on Maui now?
Rainy, cold and rainy.
Well, cold is relative.
Yeah. But yeah, it's been a pretty ugly over here. But yeah, no, it's good. Got a few irons in the fire. Closing on one thing next week, and then hopefully we'll have a couple more here. I got it sent out an offer last night. I'm sending another offer right now.
Nice. Are these all off markets?
Yeah. The only way we do them.
What's your best lead source right now?
I would say probably TikTok.
TikTok. Sweet, bro. Let's go.
No, I actually heard somebody that said that the other day. I think it was on Brandon's podcast. The guy was talking about how he has made $250,000 just on TikTok so far from like getting leads.
Wow.
Yeah, interesting.
That is interesting.
Now I don't know. I don't have any one, man. Honestly, it's just all across the board, like the direct mail, website, bandit signs, and all the standard. Nothing unique. Let's see, like this one. I got one off the website recently, which that is only the second one we've ever had, actually. So that's the one we're in escrow right now. And then, oh man, what's this other lady? Oh, you know what? This other lady is from the website also. So you know what? If we get this one under contract, that'll be 3 now from the website. And then what's the other offer I just made? That one was from direct mail. So yeah, standard.
That's pretty good. If you can get leads off of that, like they just come walk to you, man, that's beautiful.
Yeah. I really need help with the website thing because I'm really bad at computers.
You spend your whole time at the beach, bro. That's the problem.
Yeah, exactly. And I can't bring my laptop in the water with me yet.
Dude, I've tried to take my iPad on in the pool, thinking I can just float and relax, but there's always that little bit of stress of the bugger gonna fall in.
Yeah.
That is pretty funny. Hey, Roderick.
Hey, aloha. How you guys doing?
Good, brother. How are you? Oh, nice. I saw your Pac-Man shirt, bro. I like them.
Aloha Friday, ready to go.
It is. It's Aloha Friday. Of course, it's a little wet out there, though, yeah?
Yeah, a little bit. Not bad. The little squall came through this morning, and now the wind stopped, and the surf's super good, I'm sure of it. I'm here to learn.
ready to rock and roll. That's
Kiko,
awesome.
what are you working on these days? Like, what's your big deal in the pipe? Like, what does your world look like?
We're expanding to Nevada, to Las Vegas. So we're setting up our turnkey operation that we have in Seattle with the brokerage, the lending, the construction, and the property management. We're going to take the whole show on the road to Nevada. And so we should launch December 13th. So we're planning a massive party. So if you guys are in Nevada, we're taking out a suite and we're going to blow it up.
Awesome. Are you guys going to sell turnkeys to out-of-state investors like us?
Yeah, 100% turnkey. So that's what we do in Washington. That's really nice as people come from all over the country and they get really good cash on cash and the appreciation. So the average appreciation in Washington right now is about 10 to 12% year over year. And then you add 10% cash on cash and it just makes it a great investment. But then the reason we like Vegas is, one, there's no corporate income tax, which, is beautiful. But then number two, the market is just tanking so quickly that there's great opportunities. So as we take a look in the next quarter or two, I think the market's going to drop some more. Good opportunity to pick up a bunch of multifamilies. And then when all the people who left the state to go get jobs elsewhere come back, they're going to all be renters, and then rent's going to go up. And so, yeah, I mean, it's a whole different game. It's pretty fun though. We love it. And then of course we still got the flipping thing going on, but yeah, and a little bit of coffee to keep us all going on a Friday afternoon. What's your big projects these days?
Me, I am looking for a local flip. So that's my need here. I want something from Pearl City all the way to North Shore. I want to partner up with somebody and make some money, and then take the money and roll it into a burr on the mainland. So we're in a 1031 already with some houses in Huntsville and stuff. So I want to do it again and have more.
Nice. Yeah, Alabama's a good market. Wait, Alabama, right? Is that what you said? Huntsville?
Yeah, between Birmingham and Huntsville, kind of that little zone.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's a good market there too. Well, right on. Well, today I think we're going to go over a deal that we just got in and are trying to consider whether we'll take it down or not. So you can see if you like it. You can have it.
Cool.
I love it. What do you do what do you do for a regular job?
I have an electrical contracting company.
That's right. You just finished that massive house too, right? In Portlock?
No, we're in Wailua.
Yeah.
It's a good day. We walk down to the beach with the dog every day. So it's a good life.
It's a good life, man. It's not so bad, right? When everybody else is having issues, you're just like, I'm good.
Bro, and how's this? My wife's a pilot for Hawaiian, and they gave her 2-year furlough, 70% paid.
What?
So she gets to raise our 4-year-olds and be here and help me launch the real estate side. So we're just so blessed during COVID.
Dude,
that's what I've been looking for my whole life.
Real estate professional status. We need to teach them.
There you go. That's awesome, dude. 2 years, 70%. What's their goal on that? Is to try to keep the pilots around just so that way in 2 years they can bring everybody back?
Yeah, it's cheaper to keep them on board, I think, instead of trying to vet new pilots. And they got all that money from the PPP thing, so they're using it for that.
You know what's funny? The deal that we're closing on next week is a guy that works for Hawaiian. He's like an engineer, I think. And the reason he's selling is because he thinks he's going to get transferred or laid off or something, and he's going to have to leave Maui in a matter of weeks. And so he's like, I'd rather just sell to you right now and move into a rental and be ready to go, rather than get stuck paying a mortgage when I have to move to Oahu or something.
Wow, he might regret that decision.
I know.
But hey, good for you.
Yeah, but if you get a good deal on the property, Greg, don't tell them your secret, right? Until after. Then you're like, oh, I hear they're actually giving away 70% of your salary. Oh, that's awesome. Well, Roderick, congratulations. That's like a dream come true, right? Free money, 2 years, get to hang out and build a real estate business together.
Yeah, that is awesome, man.
Real estate pro as quickly as I can.
Yeah. Have you heard about real estate professional status?
Yeah, we're TARDIS members. We do TARDIS coaching, and they have been pushing us toward that.
Perfect.
If possible. It's just hard to wind down the electrical side and maintain income. I just need to burn my ships. That's all.
Well, you wouldn't have to. You could keep your W-2 and keep your company, and then just have your wife do it since she's got the time. And then her real estate activities would then offset your electrical income, and then your electrical income would be tax-free.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
I want to wind down the electrical though.
Yeah, you may want to, but the beauty of it is that you don't have to, and you actually, you get to save self-employment and all that. So that's 30-40% of your income. So take that, go buy some more properties with it. That's our specialty. That's what we do in Washington all day long.
Oh, really?
That's what we do. Doctors all over the country call us. It's good fun. In fact, some of them come on the call. It's a blast. We have a good time.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, congratulations on that, man.
Nice talking to you, Kuko.
Yeah, dude. Hey, Billy, where are you at?
San Diego.
San Diego. Nice. You look like you're doing a really important job.
Yeah, I'm a mortgage broker.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Right on. Well, San Diego's nice right now, everybody says. My sister lives down there, and Alex, who's on our team, lives down that area.
Yeah, he and I have talked a couple times.
Yeah, that's awesome. Anything new going on in your world?
Not too much right now, just super busy.
Right. What's your mortgage? Are you mostly focusing on residential or commercial?
Yeah, residential refi.
Residential refi. Nice. Nice. What's the name of your company?
DG Funding.
Nice. That's fantastic. You guys fund pretty quickly these days, or how's everything looking with appraisals?
Yeah, most everything's getting appraisal waivers right now, but it kind of depends on the lender we take it to. But 20 to 25 days for some of our fast guys and 45 to 50 on some of the slower guys.
That's to close or to get an appraisal?
To close. Yeah, to get an appraisal for us, I mean, 4 to 5 days, pretty quick.
Yeah, that's nice. Oh, that's great. And the rates are doing fantastic right now. So
they just dropped again. They're at PAR's 2.72 right now.
Isn't that crazy?
Insane.
I know. Yeah. I know. I was like, I need to go buy something just so I could get something cheaper.
Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, thanks for joining us, man.
Thank you.
Sounds good. Corey, are you even on yet? Oh, there's Corey sitting back there taking a nap. Oh, Alex Camacho, bro. Congratulations on being on the Bigger Pockets.
Thank you very much, dude. It's an honor. I mean, you guys all know Bigger Pockets has helped so many people. So I'm really honored to have been asked to be on it. So, but I'm waiting to see what's going on with Corey's hair, dude. We want the hair back, dude. Remember when?
Oh, yeah. I had to get it cut. I had to go see my guy.
Before everything locked down again, right?
I know. Is anyone else locked down in where they're from? Billy? Yeah?
Yeah, we just got put on curfew.
Oh, wow. What does that mean?
That's a great question. No one knows.
That's hilarious.
They say 10 p.m. to 5 a.m., but I don't know anyone that's actually going to enforce it. So,
Billy, are you in California?
Yeah.
Yeah, here in Los Angeles, same thing. 10 p.m. curfew. It's wild.
No kidding. Well, I mean,
I'm not really sure what it's going to solve, but whatever.
Yeah, I was going to say, is COVID only rampant after 10 p.m. and before 5 a.m.?
Yeah, you didn't get that memo?
That's crazy. So that's interesting. So curfew, huh? You just want to go out driving at that hour just to see what's going on.
Oh, for sure.
It reminds me of being back in high school almost. That's when my mom used to have me be home too.
Yeah, exactly. Right. As soon as someone tells you shouldn't be out, it's like you're in high school and you're like, oh, well, I'm going to find a way to get out, man. This doesn't work. So Will, how's everything in Los Angeles right now?
Man, we finally got better weather. It was a little windy and cold, but we're back to sunny and 70 and not much to complain about out here.
Nice. Except for the fact that there's no gyms open, no restaurants open. You got to be in bed by 10 o'clock. Other than that, it's fantastic, right?
Yeah, like you said, the virus just thrives during that 10 to 5 hour. So I guess that's when we got to lock it down.
Yeah, totally. Will, what do you do? What's your area of real estate?
So I work with Camacho, Mr. Camacho out here. Now that he's able to move out to Hawaii and start doing some flips out there, I'm kind of managing things out here in Los Angeles and maintaining the amount of flips that we're doing here in LA as well.
Awesome. That's fantastic. So how did you get the short end of the stick to stay in LA and he got to go to Maui?
I mean, you could call it the short end of the stick, but really it's if you listen to Alex's episode on Bigger Pockets yesterday, it was kind of like the apprenticeship model. And so, Alex was able to really kind of hit the ground running and learn a lot by, working for somebody full time and really getting their hands dirty. And so same thing for me, it's been incredible. Alex has a, fully operational business out here in Los Angeles and, he's been able to move to Hawaii now. And so I'm getting to see all of those levels of the business, full time right now, which is something that not everybody can just, walk into when they start off in real estate.
100%. Love your attitude,
awesome.
bro.
Will is going to be a way better than I ever was. This guy's a rock star, so I'm really excited to have him on the team.
You heard it
both
here
are.
first. Bigger Pockets 500 something. I'll be on it.
There you go. There you go. You will be, man. That's awesome. Well, and we know the truth. You didn't get the short end of the stick because you got to get rid of your boss, and send him to another state. So that's
Yeah,
awesome.
exactly.
Now you've got the checkbook, you got the car keys, you've got the ability to purchase whatever you want, man. That's beautiful. Dream come
He's
true.
just got the better waves out there now. It's been flat out here in LA, and so he's definitely scoring out there.
Yeah, I mean, he was dark to begin with, but man, he's getting dark. He's making my tan look white.
I don't think I'm going to see him in a business shirt for at least another couple months. I think it's tank tops and alohas and I just met with an agent today. I had to dress like this. I'm sure Alex is probably going house hunting tomorrow or today in that outfit he's wearing right now, and it's good to go, right?
Oh yeah, no, in Hawaii, I mean, when you got your best flip-flops on and you pull a shirt on, that's Sunday church attire right there, bro.
They know you're serious, right?
Yeah, you're serious stuff. You're getting ready for Easter or a wedding, but you show up with your favorite board shorts and no shirt, you're like, oh, you could go to any business meeting you want.
There you go.
It's awesome. Right on, right on. Raphael from New Jersey. How's New Jersey, Raphael? Where is Raphael? Oh, hiding. That's all cool. Oh, my dog's barking at the landscaper. That's what happens. Hey, Leica. How's it?
Hey, Kikoa. Hi, guys. I am in rainy Seattle, but in about 2.5 hours, I am heading to Kauai.
You're going to Kauai? Woohoo!
Yes, yay.
What are you doing down there?
Vacation.
Why aren't you coming to
Nice.
Maui?
I know. I've been wanting. I should have picked Maui. All my friends are in Maui, but
Everybody's here right now.
I know. Don't rub it in, Greg. I know. I spoke to Brandon and Tarl and Grace and Alex, and everybody's in Maui.
Yeah.
It's sad.
So we know the truth. That's why you chose Kauai. You're like, I just want a little bit of quiet time.
Yes, exactly.
That's cool. Are you taking your kids and your husband, or just you on a private?
Yeah. We're like 4 families escaping COVID here and heading to Kauai where there's no cases, and hopefully we won't bring anything back or spread anything there. But
That's awesome. How long are you going for?
about a week.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Hey, heads up, I saw something that the governor revised the rules so that now you need to have your results uploaded to the website before you board your flight to Maui or Hawaii.
Oh my God. Because
I don't know if Kauai is
results
different.
are
but
only coming, I think, tonight. So I don't know.
check on it. I think maybe it's only
yeah.
for Maui. I'm pretty sure it's all like the same statewide. But
Yeah, I think they said you gotta have your negative result before you board the plane.
Ooh.
Yeah, it is true, Leica. My buddy just flew out with his family, and they
So
had to
then see you in Seattle tomorrow.
Yeah, pretty much. Welcome back to Seattle in 24 hours.
Or if you miss that flight, just rebook and go to Maui.
That's true. I might just do Alex. I might see you instead.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. And then apparently there's a massive like deboarding process that takes a couple hours because it's like immigration. They kind of take you through all the questions and figure out where you're at. But
it didn't take too long for me when I came in. I mean, that was back in August, but I mean, I was the first one off the plane, but even the people behind me, I mean, they had a bunch of people ready there to take all the guests. Like, so it probably was 20 minutes for the people in the back, half an hour, maybe.
Nice. Not too bad.
I will report back tomorrow.
Yeah, let us know how it goes. You may want to look up your quick COVID test here locally. There's some that give you results right away.
Yeah.
Yeah, but make sure you go to the the state website, because you can only go to certain places to get tested. You can't get it has to be the specific one that Hawaii requires.
Yeah.
There's a bunch
That's
of
what we did.
regulations.
We found the right one, but
Okay.
like
see what happens.
Yeah, now so I guess like before they would let you upload your results, and then if they didn't come back or whatever, you just quarantine until they came. But now if the results are not, you have to have your results uploaded before you board your flight, or you have to quarantine 14 days the whole time, no matter what. Wow. Even once you get your results. like they'll let you come here, but
Complete sense. I'm kidding. It doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make any sense, but it's the same thing as a curfew at 10 o'clock at night, right? Because the COVID only comes out at 10 p.m. So
yeah.
It's
Right
taking us back
on.
to high school, man. You're gonna start finding ways to get around it. I swear, like that's what's gonna end up happening is people are gonna find ways to scoot the curfew.
Oh, 100%. I mean, that's just human nature. But at the same time, we all want to stay healthy. So I guess everybody's trying hard to make it happen. But well, welcome everybody. Friday afternoon should be cool. Everybody's looking fresh. Hold on a second. We got some more people jumping in here. Admit. Awesome. Corey, how you doing? Are you ready to get rolling?
I'm ready.
We're gonna start.
I'll give a shout out to my buddy Keith Gillespie. He's finally able to make it on. What's up, buddy?
I'm out, so I finally have the day off.
Are you out?
Glad to be here. Yeah, man.
You're out of the Marines?
Out of the Marine Corps.
Wow.
I'm on terminal leave right now, so technically I have 10 days left, but I started growing my beard and everything.
What's that life like so far?
Oh, it's good. I got to make breakfast with my wife the last 3 days in a row. It's fantastic, man.
That's awesome. Happy for you, bro.
Yeah,
glad you can make it on.
Right? It's about time.
Where do you live at, Keith?
Kaneohe.
Nice. That's awesome. Baby girl?
Yeah, well, not so much, baby. She's 4 and my son's downstairs. He's 3.
Awesome. That's fun, man.
Say
Congratulations.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi. Cute. Oh, Keith's wholesaling. Where are you wholesaling, Keith? Here in Hawaii and also in San Antonio?
Yeah, we actually just did a rather large expansion. So now we're in 26 states.
Nice. Wow.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about your expansion. How did you do that? Suddenly from one
To be
state
honest,
to here?
Kikoa, it was a Hail Mary. Like Hawaii wasn't working out for us. It was really, really slow. And so we started with San Antonio just to learn how to do the virtual stuff. And I had just told the team, like, as soon as we get 3 and we've got this dispo process, like doing virtual wholesaling, then I've got to supplement my income. Like I just left a 6-figure job with full benefits, and that scares me quite a bit. Last year we had an accident where my daughter fell out of a 3rd-story window, and it cost $86,000 in medical expenses, but it was 100% paid for by the Marine Corps. And so me just walking off to go chase my dreams, is a little bit more scary than I think most. And so I'm trying to supplement that income. Hawaii was pretty slow. We were wholesaling on all the islands, but going to San Antonio was like, hey, let's learn how to do this virtual wholesaling. And as soon as we had a system down, we have SOPs written out for everything. Our virtual assistants are kicking ass. Then we just opened up PPC and Facebook ads in some of the better metros across the United States. So now we're in 26 states, 188 markets, and getting leads in. And I have to tell you, man, screw small scale stuff. This is like way easier. It's way cheaper. Everything about it. I love it so much more. And so if I can just encourage anybody here who's like, I need to stick in my neighborhood, sure, learn your neighborhood, but then get past your mental boundaries and your limiting beliefs. Because I'm telling you, it's so much easier to do things at a scale as long as you're writing your stuff down, and systematizing it, delegating that stuff to virtual assistants or to partners or whatever. And I'm a little more than a month into this, and I'm telling you, I wish I had done this like 3 years ago. But now I have the time to commit to it.
We'd love to have you on another week or something to share, if you don't mind.
Let me have some success with it first. We're still, I was still trying to figure out the kinks.
That's awesome, though. Are you so in all of those states? Have you started getting in some decent leads and closing some deals, or just still trying to work through it?
Dude, like it's so easy. I'm telling you, we were converting 1 out of 42, and those 42 were costing about $4,500, especially around the election. My cost per contract went from about $3,000 to around $4,600, which is really discouraging because I don't have that much capital. Like I'm not making that much in the Marine Corps, and so it was hard to scale that. But now we're converting like 1 out of 15, and my cost per contract is like less than $1,000. And so basically like a lead will come in and we go under contract within 72 hours. And I mean, it's super fast. Where in Hawaii or even in San Antonio, it was so much more expensive. It was so much slower. The cost per conversion, like you just needed so many more leads in order to convert. And so this is when you branch out that much, leads come in so much cheaper, and they're so much more motivated than like pulling a bunch of lists, cold calling, skip tracing, text message, ringless voicemail, list management. God, it's like so much work.
Yeah.
And to have inbound leads coming in, man,
Game changer.
Game changer. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's awesome, bro. And then so on the amount that you're spending right now, you said about 4,600 per lead before. So what's your monthly budget then? About 15, 20 grand?
No, like $5,000.
Oh, got you. So that's your whole budget. And so now
we're spending the same exact amount. Everything is the exact same amount, but we're getting 6 more contracts. Sorry, we're getting them 6 times faster. So because it's 6 times faster in the same budget, we're getting 5 more contracts per month than we were.
That's awesome. Sweet,
yeah,
bro.
Just running it leaner, running a leaner system.
Yeah, and mostly pay-per-click
and Facebook.
Yeah, great sources. That's fantastic, dude.
Yeah, it's awesome.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, we'd love to. I think everybody, if you check out the chat, everybody's pretty excited for you, which also translates into we'd love to hear more and get some of the insights on what you're doing. So
I'd love to share. It's so much better. I'm telling you, it's so much better.
Right. Well, because I think you're totally right. A lot of us, when we start off, it's like, man, I've got a small budget. I don't want to blow it all at one time. And I don't want to go too big. I want to be more conservative. And there's something to be said about being wise and taking it one step at a time. But then there's sometimes calculated risks, like you said, where you just take a leap forward and you go for it. And then it turns out to be a better overall cost benefit analysis there. And so that's awesome. Super exciting. Let's Corey, let's have Keith get some stuff put together for like December or something.
Yeah,
give him 2 weeks to crush it, and then we'll talk.
Right on. All right. Well, we gonna get started.
Let's do it.
Okay. Well, thanks everybody again for jumping on. And it's gonna be hopefully everybody's getting ready for Thanksgiving. I know a lot of people are traveling right now, so safe travels to anybody who is heading out, like Leica. But let's go over our leads, needs, and good deeds. Does anybody have anything? And Kiko, you want to talk about what were we going to talk about? We had something to talk about, right?
We've always got, well, you've got a lead. I think that would be really cool today to just talk about with everybody, do an evaluation of that potential lead and see, how that looks, if you're down for that.
Yeah. So there's a question in the chat if we're going to have coffee talk next Friday. I'm guessing that's Thanksgiving, right?
I'm guessing it's Thanksgiving. Corey, you got to know this stuff, bro.
So, and I'm also guessing that we should take Friday off then, huh? We can have a collective vote. Yeah, I don't mind hanging out, but for an hour, but yeah, everybody should go enjoy.
It'll be Black Friday. Everybody will be shopping.
That's true. Yeah, if anybody now's the time to get your appliances and all your, go fight the line at Best Buy.
That's awesome. Although right now, everything up here is on Black Friday sale. They started a Friday before.
Yep.
But yeah, we might as well just take a week off. And then the week December, we'll just jump in and maybe we could focus December talking about winding up 2020 strong and then what we can all be doing to get ready for 2021 in December. And then,
yeah, that's perfect. In fact, I gotta remind me to tell Ernesto, because Ernesto is gonna come on next week. But I gotta remember to tell him it's not gonna happen, so we'll push him back. Ernesto's an experienced investor out here in Hawaii, and he's done a lot of deals. We funded a lot for him, and he has a lot to share. So we'll bring him on the following week, I guess. So, Ernesto, does anybody have anything? Is everybody stepping on the break towards the holidays? I hope not.
we're looking for a contractor or a handyman or something for one of our projects. So if anybody has like any recommendations, so it's gonna be a small job. Actually partnering with Tim over here, Tim in a condo in Pearl Ridge. So yeah, it's gonna be just basically paint and flooring. So if somebody has like a recommendation for like a GC or like a good handyman.
You're just doing flooring and what, Daniel?
It's just gonna be paint and flooring for the most part. It's just gonna be like real fast. So
Oh, bro, then yeah, just go get one handyman. So much easier.
yeah, that's why. So if anybody has like recommendations, so
You know what?
Put that out.
One Poke special this time of the year that we've done in the past is that right around now, Home Depot, Lowe's, all those big boxes are running really good sales with free install. And so if you go with them, you'll get free install. You'll get to meet one of their, under the table, non-legal worker kind of companies.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah, but they do decent because if they don't, then Home Depot's liable. Yeah, so they always pre-rec them, pre-qual. But yeah, it's a pretty good deal because you get the free install and usually the material's on sale. And
Is
Home
that
Depot,
like a Black Friday deal or something? I've never seen that before.
yeah, no, yeah, just like Black Friday, Thanksgiving, holidays, they're just trying to move stuff. Yeah, if you just go down, check them out, you'll see some stuff there. It's pretty cool.
Awesome, thanks for the tip.
Yeah.
Daniel, I'll send you some contacts too.
Thank you, Ashley. So make sure they're good because they're gonna be selling at the back end, Ashley. So.
The pressure's on. I'm sending it. I just sent them to you.
Awesome, thank you.
Okay. All right. Well, if anybody has anything else, just put it in the chat and then we'll review it as we go. Today we're thinking about, we're looking at this deal in Hawaii. So I wanted to kind of run numbers, pull comps, and look at it with all of you guys with your input. So like collectively to see like what price we need to be at. This property's been on market for a while now. It's fallen in and out of escrow, and many of you here in Hawaii may already have seen it and maybe even walked the property. So if you have, then please feel free to put your input in, and then we can try to gather information because I'm going to go see it later this afternoon. So if you guys don't mind, I don't know if I can, do I have controls? Let me share my screen. Okay, can you guys see that?
Oh.
I gotta bring it from the screen. All right. So hopefully we can all put our heads together and kind of go through this at the same time. And I'll just show you, we're just gonna use our spreadsheet. And so this property is in Kaneohe on the island of Oahu. And let me pull up the listing here. So this is Oahu RE, the website that we regular folk who don't have MLS access use to pull comps. So here's the listing here. So they started at 819. Okay. Oh, I see the chat going off right. I bet a bunch of people have seen this already. So this property has ocean view, A-frame, steep A-frame. Looks like a pretty heavy rehab. Again, we haven't walked it yet. Okay, so Tristan and Corbett, Kamal High said they walked it. And feel free, guys, this is open mic, so feel free to just jump in, unmute and just chime in. But looking at the pictures, looks pretty heavy.
Kind of a cool, it's got a cool vibe though, kind of a ski chalet type vibe.
Yeah, it looks like it could be, really nice.
It looks like something you see in Alaska at the ski slope.
Yeah,
for real.
Right. It looks like a cabin.
Totally.
On Maui, that would be considered a pretty modern and updated house.
Yeah.
But if you renovated it, man, this thing would be super nice. Be like a farmhouse chalet type.
Yeah.
Looks like you guys might have a lot of water damage in that house, a lot of mold.
Yep. You can see
from what I see. Yeah. And the roof definitely needs to be replaced.
So the biggest problem, like a big problem that I'm looking at just from the first photo is this tree. What kind of tree is it? It's a monkey pod tree. It makes so much mess, right? But it makes a lot of mess. It looks like I don't know if that's the carport, but it's right against that tree. So it's a downslope house, which could pose problems. Layla, can you help me watch the chat? Okay, so we're gonna run numbers real quick, and so everybody feel free to unmute and jump in. So this is a 4-bed, 3-bath, 1,951 square foot house on 9,000 square feet of land. So I believe this is R5. So in Hawaii, the zoning as R5, you can have one dwelling per 5,000 square feet of land. And they changed it a few years ago where if you have over 7,500 square feet of land, R5, you can duplex the property, CPR, and sell separate units. I don't know if I don't think it's feasible to do that here because it's a downslope. But again, we haven't walked it yet, right? So I think there's 3 stories to this property. But why don't we go, let me scroll down. So the first thing that I do, just FYI, I fill out the property information, right? So we got the address and stuff here, but what we always want to do is check I don't know how to move this. Sorry guys, 1 second. Check the Department of Planning and Permitting website for anything that's like a deal killer for us. And what I mean by that is if it's in a slide zone, that's a deal killer. Like we won't buy anything in slide zones just because it's hard to exit with that. Because you can shore up any foundation or anything that's wrong with the property, but that property will forever have the stigma of being in a slide zone, which means your end buyer will have higher insurance, or if they can get insurance on it. So this is how I pull up the information on Oahu. Let me move this here. Basically,
how do you know if it's slide zone, Corey?
I go to this website here. So if you go to gis.highcentral.com, right? You can put in the address or the TMK, the tax map key, and then it'll take you to the property information page here. And this page is also good for anybody who's doing driving for dollars or anything that they want to find the mailing address. So this website, if you go to the tax record, the tax site, they don't give you the mailing address. They just give you the address of the property. So if you go to this site, it'll show you where the mail is going to. So right now the mail is going to this property, right? But if you're driving for dollars and you don't want to have to pay for skip tracing or anything like that, you can just one by one enter the address in here and you'll have the mailing address of the owner, right? So, okay, so this is how we get the information. So we're in flood zone X, it's R5. And what we want to do is click zone info on the bottom to get even more information, which will take us to this page here. So it'll say SMA is no. SMA is important for us too here in Hawaii. It stands for Special Management Area. So that's more if you're going to be doing ground up construction or pulling permits that are expensive. Like if you're spending more than, I think it's 500,000, then you definitely want to double check if you're an SMA, because that could be a big, it's a separate process you have to clear. So this isn't in SMA, it's not in slide zone, and it's X flood, right? So I'll just add that in here. So real quick. Nope. Nope. Ineligible. Lot size is, what was the lot size? 9,000, 10 square feet. Okay. So 9,000 R5. All right. Now we're going to go to the purchase price. So they were asking 819,000, I believe, but now they're down to what, 719,000. Okay. Now this is more relevant for the Hawaii investors who are on Oahu actually, but if you guys don't mind, if you hang tight while I fill this out. So fortunately, Bryn Kaufman, who's a broker here, put this website up, Oahu RE, and it's basically the MLS. And he has all these cool tools that show you like your estimated fees, right? So that's how I pull my costs. So escrow is estimated about $1,423, $1,300 for title insurance. So I'll put that here.
Yeah, we need one like that for Maui. We got all the realtors pages, but nothing like Oahu RE.
Yeah. What'd you say, Leila? Ooh, okay. So Tristan and Kamahai walked this property already. Feel free to unmute, guys, if you want. Okay, so
that'd be super cool if Tristan would give us their insights when they walked it, because they I guess skipped over this project. So give Corey and I your insights so we don't buy ourselves a lemon.
Yeah.
Go for it, babe. I'm trying to find the picture for you guys. I took a picture of it when we walked it and I posted it to my story. It's on a hill, as you can see, but the post, it looks like you would have to reinforce the hill, honestly, because it says it's not a slide zone, and it's not, but I think a lot of the rain and runoff has caused a lot of the hill to, I don't know what you would say, but the posts they're hovering. They're not even touching the ground. The house is not even touching. And that's why when you go on that like back patio area, you're not even supposed to walk over there because that whole thing isn't even touching. It's better in the pictures than it is in person.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's why it's hard. Usually we don't see every property when we're just submitting offers, right? But we can get kind of close usually, but you don't see that type of stuff until you walk it, right? So we'll be walking it this afternoon, but that's good information to know. So with that, let's say, and we may wholesale this property, maybe at 10,000. How much do you like make, brah?
Oh, so, it got to be minimum 6 figures.
Oh, we're missing a zero then. No. Okay,
especially if the foundation doesn't touch the ground, I'm
right.
not sure we're into hovering houses or anything like that, but
So, okay, we got the information for closing on the front end. Actually, it's probably going to be lower because we're not going to be buying it at 719. I'll tell you that. But why don't we go back? And all right, now we're going to hit the budget, our budget side. So this side, I put this is for the hard money, right? So let's say we get 85% of the purchase, 100% of the renovation, 2.5 points, or we get 80% and 100% and 3 points, right? So that's counting our front end costs. We can zero this out. Let's zero this column out here. And then, all right, this is where we help. I kind of have a number, but again, we haven't walked it yet. But based off of the pictures, Okay, maybe if you guys want to drop in the chat, what do you think this rehab's gonna be? Let me go through the pictures again. So it looks like there's some exterior work. If and Tristan and Kamal High said there's probably foundation issues, so that's a big cost. If it's a downslope too, it might be hard to get the proper machinery down there to fix that, which is a big problem too. One thing to remember is that somebody's gonna fix these problems. You know, somebody's gonna buy this house, and maybe it's us, but it's not gonna be at 719. I'll tell you that.
That tree looks like it's got to go. Yeah, I don't know how easy that would be, or if it's even allowable for that area.
Yeah, it might be on city property though, so we might have to. That might be a problem too, you know, because then you got to deal with the city just to remove a tree or at least trim it up. Obvious.
The tree is breaking up the driveway to like actually get onto the carport, so it makes it so wonky right there. And then they put like this rinky-dink unit underneath the carport, and then there's a unit underneath. There's like that A-frame is a 2-story kind of lofty situation, and then there's a unit underneath that.
Gotcha.
That's the bottom underneath the A-frame, and then this is you can't even walk on that patio right there.
Because it's unstable, or because it's, oh, gotcha.
They had caution tape when we went.
Oh, really? Okay.
You kind of have two problems with that tree other than being on the city, because if you leave it and it gets really bad or windy and floods out sometime, that tree may fall. And if you take it out, you're going to lose the root system, so that would make it easier to slide. Just, 2 points just to point out to you.
It's very true. That root system is probably holding up that hillside.
Yeah, it kind of looks like it.
But it probably, at least a good trim up would at least bring some more light and have less of that debris.
Agree. Yeah, monkey pods are a mess.
Is that ceiling sagging, bro?
No, I think it's just they put they put some kind of look like trash bag or something.
Oh yeah, it's a new HGTV thing. You put trash bags. It's kind of like a.
I think they put that up there to catch water, to drip in like a bucket, so it doesn't drip all along the house. It just catches the water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think this could look really nice.
Dude,
with ocean view.
Look at that
the
view.
Kitchen.
Yeah, that house is.
But it's a lot of work, right?
Yeah.
So you got to figure. We got 3 bathrooms. So let's just look at the house. 2,000 square feet roughly, 3 bathrooms. Looks like a main kitchen and maybe a kitchenette or a downstairs kitchen. So that's, let's say, I don't know. What do you guys think? Feel free to unmute. 3 bathrooms, maybe $7,000. So that's 21 grand for the bathrooms. Floor is at about 2,000 square feet, $5 a square foot. That's 10 grand. So that's 31,000. It's gonna get expensive real quick.
Yeah, so you're looking at probably 30 or 40 for both kitchens to be nice, medium.
Right. Okay.
Bathrooms, yeah.
Exterior paint and interior paint. The thing about painting for a downsloping house, it could be hard depending on how high it is and how steep it is. Like if they have to bring in scaffolding.
Right.
Like we had one on Kamehameha Heights, 3 stories, and that thing was a beast, right? Right, Leila? It was a beast to paint. The scaffold, or no, wasn't that one?
Pukalani too was on that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pukalani. Give it Richie.
Yeah, that roof would cost a fortune to put a new roof on that because of the sloping of it.
Yep.
A lot of square footage on that.
Okay. All right, let's go back to the spreadsheet. So I have a number, but I want somebody to give a number. Where's the chat? Who's chiming in here? All right, somebody give me a number. What do you think? Elijah, 400K.
I'm at minimum 200, but I'm thinking like 250.
Okay. I mean, it could hit 400 if there's big problems with the foundation. 250. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, Elijah. Nice. All right. I'm with Richie. I'm guessing it's around 250, possibly 300,000. $250. All right. So plant, let's go with 250 and 300,000. Once we get bids and stuff, right? We're gonna oh, what is this? Sorry, 1 second, guys. Might as well fix this now. All right. Now let's move on to our miscellaneous holding costs. So this is a pretty extensive project. Everything moves a little slower in Hawaii. So time frame, I'm guessing we'll run maybe like 9 to 12. Maybe 8 to 10. Okay. Now let's look at comps. Because we got to pull our ARV now. So we're in the Kokokahi neighborhood. And my screen is constantly getting in the way here. Okay. So I always like to check the same street first if there's any comps on the same street. So here's a recent one, 3-bed, 3-bath, sold 11.2, 0 days on market. So it probably went into contract before hitting the market. And here we go, 45,237 Kokokahi. This looks like the same house.
Wow, it looks almost exactly the same.
Except this looks like it's part of a $1,049,000 with 0 days on market with 1 photo. So these guys definitely went into contract before going into the market. They didn't even test the market, which is kind of unfortunate, especially in the market that we're in right now in Hawaii. So 1 second, this thing keeps popping up. Okay, let's check the neighborhood now. So we're in the Kokokahi neighborhood. Let's look at the comps that sold in the last 6 months.
So there's only almost part of a subdivision of A-frame houses.
Yeah, here's one that sold for 1,150 in August, but it sat for 128 days. I like to look at this, you know, because they started at 1.2, so you definitely priced pretty high, but there's no ocean view on that one. Let's check out what this one looks like.
It looks pretty plain.
Okay. Yeah, it's dated, nothing special. I think we could beat this, you know, this design. And they sold for 1,150. That's promising. Square footage is 1984, so roughly around the same square footage. I think there's a pretty clear comp here at $1,050,000. So what do you guys think? Let's look at that's the only comps we have. So usually I kind of want to see a little more. So let's look at what's in escrow in this neighborhood and what's has sold in the last year, which isn't much. It's only those two comps. So that's a good thing and a bad thing, right? Because a good thing is the inventory doesn't become available out here very often in Kokokahi. So you can look at it as, when a property does go to market in that neighborhood, that there may be a strong demand for it. Or, if there's no recent sales, it could be just a slow neighborhood possibly, or it's not in demand. But I know Kaneohe, and Kaneohe is a strong market. It's a strong neighborhood. So Kokokahi is, I would guess, it would be in high demand. So there's a bunch of properties that just hit the market, like literally today. 3-bed, 2-bath, 1,200 square feet, Kaneohe Bay Drive. This isn't really comparable though. This looks like new construction. So we can't really use those comps. Kaneohe Bay Drive is also, it's kind of it's a different area, even though it's the same neighborhood. Okay, so maybe conservatively, we'll go $1,050,000. Oh, and maybe $1,025,000. What do you guys think?
You see, Billy's got one comp in Kaneohe.
Yeah.
Luhi Ehue.
See, here's the thing. I think it can go for, I don't know about 1.3, but
yeah, I think that's a bit strong, but I think you could come down just a little and still be very competitive.
Yeah. Okay.
That's the better way to go too, is just price them a little more competitive, run the numbers a little more conservative, and that way, in case the market changes at all, then there's a little bit more margin.
I would keep it at $1,050,000 because the parking, it's only got the carport, and your other two comps, the $1,050,000 and then the 115, those had driveways. So if you have guests or if you need to turn around, and it also had just platforms to work off of, versus this one, your square footage and all the specs line up with those comps, but the marketability, when people are there, when you're showing, when you're doing open houses, the ease of getting to the property will determine your days on market and the aggressiveness. So I like $1,050,000, and in this market, you can probably press that up just through, your awesome work and beautiful staging. But parking is going to be tough for this one.
Okay, so I'm going to choose this one as, thank you, Billy, and thanks, Ashley. We're going to choose this property, this A-frame, same neighborhood. This one's, I think we'll be exiting at a nicer product than this, but we'll choose this one as our closest comp and our resale at $1,050,000. And so we'll pull the estimated seller's closing cost. So what is our closing cost going to be on the back end roughly at that price point? So escrow is about 1866, 2441. So 18. This is really if you want to nitpick, you can already see that we're going to need this thing much lower. What else expenses do we have? Conveyance taxes, $31.47. Okay. Surveys, got staging, cleaning, termite inspection. Okay. I think we're good to go. So we definitely don't want to lose 100 to 184,000. So we should, so the only thing that we can really adjust, right, is our offer. What do we need to offer? And Tristan says there's a lot of landscaping too. So our budget may be a little low. So we're gonna have to need this in. Let's see what 550 looks like. Who would do this deal at 550? I hope nobody raises their hand. We're doing bulk budgets. Okay, so we definitely can't hold it for 10 months and spend 300,000. It's just not feasible. But sometimes you can't control that, you know? So let's call this our worst case scenario. This cell tells us how much we're paying hard money. 10%, 10.5%. Okay. So it looks like
how many days on market you got that?
The comp on the same street is 0 days. So
that was a pre-sale though. Yeah.
Yeah. The other one was like 100 something days, but seems like they were priced high. That sold back in August too. So I don't think we really started to see the market moving quickly like it is now until, I don't know, until interest rates started to drop. Maybe it was around that time. They might have been too early to market.
Yeah.
They missed the spike that we're in right now.
8 months or 10 months, including renovations.
Yep.
So,
man, okay, so we would need it at roughly around 500,000, I'd say, and that's, you know, best case. So now let's clean up this side. Maybe we'll do 500. Let's see what this looks like. Well, because like 250 might be low. So
yeah, if it's 2,000 square feet, 250 is just slightly over $100 a square, and it looks like everything's got to be touched.
I really don't like 8 months either, because you're definitely going to pull permits.
Yeah.
Sounds like there's heavy structural issues.
Yeah.
So let's go with that. My gut's telling me 300, and we're gonna get a bid today. So if you guys want to remind me to update, if you guys want. Okay, so, and then here's our gap right here. Gap funding, we need to raise. If I'm showing 226, we got to raise for the gap. I'm gonna put 250, which increases our holding costs, right? This side, we need 254. I'm going to raise 275. Okay. Now we're paying our private lenders 12%. You guys see that formula right there? So it's basically taking the amount we're borrowing times 12% divided by 12 times the holding time, which is 10 months. Okay. There is a good chance that we'll go to market and we might get bid up to like 1.1, maybe higher than that, but we don't bet on that, right? We go off of solid comps, which we have one solid comp. And they sold before going on market. It looked like they went into contract before going on market. So construction in arrears. So if our budget's 300,000 and we're funded 100%, we'll probably, if we do 8 draws, we can raise less in the gap funding, but I don't think it's that much less. Oh, actually it's not bad. So if we do 8 draws, then we just have to bring in 37.5. If we do 6 draws, it's 50 grand, right? Because 6 into 300,000 is 50 grand. Okay, let's just leave it at that. That is not a good deal because this is a heavy project. Like a project like this, I think I'd want to make like, I want to see a bottom line of at least 150, right? So if I'm showing 50, man, this may make it unfeasible. Maybe okay. 400 to 450 roughly. So we tie up 250 to 275,000 in gap funding to make about 165 to 105,000 in roughly 10 months. Is it worth it? I think it's circumstantial because let's say, you know, if you're at high capacity like we are, I don't know if I'd pull the trigger. If you know you got money sitting right now and ready to jump into a project and that will take you about 10 months, but could net you a nice payday, then maybe it's worth it. You know, if you can get it at the price that we have showing here. Does anybody have any comments or suggestions? Kamal, did you guys make an offer on this one?
We did not. Yeah, we had a hard pass on this one. We had the ARV right around what you have it at, and our repairs are right around 250 as well. That tree really scared me. It has to go, and I don't know if you could get it. You know, I'm not 100% sure if it's on state land or not. But those are my concerns too. If you pull it out, then you're just destabilizing that whole hill. And yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
We didn't offer. I feel like it might have been in escrow at 635 and fell out. Another investor had it locked up, I believe. But yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
But pass on it.
Hey, Corey, that 0 days on the market, it was on the market for 132 days, but it withdrew from the market in October, and then they put it back on in November, and it was in contract. So 132 days, maybe plus or minus.
So you're talking about for the comp that we're using?
Yeah, the 0 days on the market.
Yeah.
It was on the market for 132 days.
What price was it on market for 132 days?
It was, let me see.
That's really good to know.
It started at $1,095,000, then they dropped. And it sold at $1,049,000.
Okay. That's information.
I think it actually started at 1125. Yeah.
They started at 1125?
Oh, yeah. 1125, sorry.
And then they reduced it to 165.
When did they go to market at 1125? It was probably before the
June 4th, 2019.
Okay. Oh, June 4th, 2019. Okay. The market was definitely slower then. But the question is, if you're going to be in this for 10 months, right? A deal like this in 10 months, what is the market going to be like in 10 months? That's the question. Because anything can happen, you know? And are we going to be in a still a hot market like we are now, or is it going to be is it going to be slower? Is all the forbearance is going to come due, and so let me stop sharing for now. If anybody has any questions or anything, I'll update you guys on what happens, but we're going to have to negotiate hard for this one or just walk away, we'll see. But that reminds me, I got a couple updates I want to share with you guys from our call with the NPLA, because there's a lot of great information that comes from the money, because they're always keeping tabs on what's going on in the market. So as of now, the foreclosure business has stopped completely. And what they mean by that is there's no foreclosures really hitting the market, right? It's kind of like what we already talked about earlier on. So they're expecting it to be lifted sometime next year. And so when it is lifted, then they said to be prepared for foreclosure auctions, and lots of them. So that's going to be a lot of inventory hitting the market, a lot of people kind of losing their properties if that is true. They're expecting a vaccine in January to be distributed in a tiered system by the military. So I think the vaccines will go out to the most vulnerable first, which are the elderly or people with pre-existing health conditions. And then it'll be distributed after that to the normal folk, I guess. So that's something, the vaccine is something to kind of keep eyes on. And whether you're for it or against it, it doesn't matter. What matters is how is that going to affect us as a whole, as like people, right? So if there's confidence in the vaccine and it's bringing down the cases, then that's a good thing for our country and our market. Hopefully they've done thorough testing on that thing. I don't really want to be the first one in the first tier anyways, but I'm sure they, like Pfizer and all those other pharmaceutical companies, I'm sure they don't want to be the ones to mess up the vaccine and everybody gets sick. But that's a whole nother topic. So one thing that they spoke about on NPLA to be wary of is that title companies are starting to not insure foreclosures and short sales right now because of the moratoriums. So if you're looking to buy a short sale or a bank-owned property, then you probably want to talk to your title officer right away to make sure that they're going to be able to insure, because some title companies are not insuring right now because of the moratoriums. So, and also like your financing. So if you're using hard money, they're probably going to ask for that right away. Okay. That was pretty much the most important things that caught my eyes in the NPLA updates, and some stuff to keep eyes on, and we just got to think about, because nobody really knows what's going to happen. So I guess we just got to go off of common sense and collectively discuss how we think the market's going to move, and if we can stay a step ahead, right? That was actually the whole point of Coffee Talk, was kind of since everybody was at home, we get together and we talk about, what we think is going to happen, and so that we can all prepare and hopefully all make it out of any type of recession, whether it comes or not, together. So that's pretty much what I had today. If anything, we can open up for open discussion, and we always hang around, just to stick around, and I'll keep you guys updated on that Kokokahi property. But I thought it might be kind of cool to kind of run numbers with everybody, and definitely eye-opening, right? Because you can make offers without really crunching numbers. I mean, we don't usually will do a full spreadsheet until we have an offer accepted or we get countered, because otherwise you don't know if you're wasting your time, right? If it's not even a deal yet. So we try to do rough numbers as close as we can, and then verify once we have an accepted offer. And this one seems like it was pretty hard to nail down, especially if you actually have to go to the property to get that. But okay, Cole, do you have anything before we kind of open up the discussion?
No, I agree with what you said, just about us all working together so we're prepared for ending the year well, starting the new year off strong, regardless of what the economy may look like, regardless of what Biden might do. But I'd be curious if you throw it in the chat for everybody. Who are you listening to on YouTube? Who are you watching as sources of information? Just so that way we all can be kind of tuning in. I mean, I know some folks love Meet Kevin, others are listening to, a lot of different podcasts. And so throw into the chat who you're kind of following along with these days and getting information from, because that'd be pretty insightful to follow along. Oh yeah.
Hey, you know who's gaining traction is Panetta, our buddy Panetta.
Yeah, but his is not so much, his is more real estate investing, but it's not so much economy and taxes. It's pretty interesting.
Ken McElroy, Alex says. I like Ken McElroy.
Yeah, Ken McElroy's solid. You can't go wrong with him.
Robert Kiyosaki's guy, right?
Yep. Yeah. Definitely.
Yep.
Cool stuff. And then December, let's spend some time really talking about getting ready for 2021, mindset, strategy, and the whole thing. The whole shebang. Bigger Pockets. Oh, the Rookie podcast. Yeah, I listened to that the other day too. It's funny. Bigger Pockets has put out so many different ones. Business podcasts, Rookie podcasts, but there's some good stuff there. Of course, listen to Alex Camacho if you didn't get a chance to listen to him. He debuted last night or yesterday.
Woo!
The same day the Seahawks won. Yes. Just had to note that, parenthetically speaking.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, I gotta go check out your episode, Alex. That's awesome, man.
Dude, I didn't even be nervous. It was like last minute. We had talked about maybe doing it, but I guess there was a misscheduling or something, and then Brandon hit me up. He's like, hey, you want to do it today, like this past Monday? And I literally had like less than an hour to go over there and to do it. So I didn't get a chance to be nervous or any of that because it was so quick. Just like, oh, hey, gotta do it. All right, cool. And what's interesting is that like just getting to see David Green and Brandon kind of in their zone, they're amazing podcasters, webinar, the stuff that they do. And, just reminded me of like, when, one of us or all of us are in a zone doing something that we really are passionate about, that we love. For me, the deal making part of real estate investing is that for me, like I love negotiating, I love selling, I love presenting. And that's when I'm in the zone. But to actually, even though I was a guest, I was like really witnessing them and their greatness, what they're doing and how they're putting out these amazing shows. And I could see them extracting all of the stuff of my story to pass the golden nuggets on to the listeners. So they're amazing at that. And it was just amazing to be like able to like witness that greatness of them putting out these because honestly, I wouldn't have moved on and taken risks in my journey if I hadn't, listened to so many episodes and heard so many normal people that did amazing things with their lives through real estate investing. So to be able to actually be on the show was like a dream come true. But also it's just, I'm just getting started. And I know that there's people on there that are way accomplishments, but I think we all want to be able to relate to people that are normal people that have done things that are extraordinary kind of. And and now I don't feel like an underdog anymore. It's kind of weird because like I've always had that kind of like underdog mentality, but now it's like, okay, I don't feel as much like that. So David Green has talked about that too. Like you got to go on to the next phase, right? Where it's okay, I'm not really an underdog anymore. I'm more like, okay, like what can I do to help other people and still continue to maintain and grow and things like that. So it's an honor if any of you guys check it out. Thank you so much. But I'm an open book, and I'm not here to step on anybody's toes or to anything like that. I just want to add value to the islands that are so beautiful here and continue to do my business in LA. So thank you all for always showing me love and support and the Aloha way. I'm just trying to, emulate that too.
That's awesome, Alex. Yeah. Well, you totally deserve it. I mean, everybody's story deserves to be told, especially on the Bigger Pockets podcast, like they get like millions of downloads, so it definitely is the largest real estate investing platform. And but you're a solid dude. So yeah, you definitely deserve it. And you fit right in, to the Aloha way over here in Hawaii. And I get what you're saying, because when you just start out, you're kind of trying to learn from everybody, and you don't know what's right, what's wrong. You don't know what you don't know, right? And but as you start to give value and receive value and surround yourself like with smart people who know that they have your best interests at heart, like all of us on the call, like then I get how you feel. Like now you don't feel like the underdog anymore, right? Because you got a strong network and circle that's and a big presence that has got your back, and I know exactly what you mean when you say that. So that's awesome. And well, I think that's it, guys. Everybody have a great Friday. Kiko, you want to take us out?
Yeah, no, just have a great weekend, everybody. And then we're not going to see everybody for Thanksgiving. So eat that pumpkin pie, apple pie, cherry pie, Kahlua pie, all kind pie. And then,
all right, guys, have a great Aloha Friday. And we will see you 2 weeks from now and in the Facebook group.
And if anybody's got any deals, shoot it over to us. We're all looking for deals. So we'll share it on that Facebook page. Quite a few of us are looking for deals. So post up there and see if we can share some deals around and end the year off well.
Mahalo, boys.
Right, guys.
Thank you so much. You guys are awesome.
You
I love
guys.
the coffee talk.
Thank you. Thanks, Tammy.
Aloha, bo.
Good to see you. Ahui ho.
Ahui ho.
Ahui ho. We're going to pause the recording.